additions, welcome to all new and existing subscribers. I am glad that you could join me today. I want to give a big thank you to all of you who show support through your lovely comments, and not just to me but to others here on the channel, supporting each other, especially when it comes to topics like, you know, love and romance and anything heart chakra related. So it can be very beautiful to see that you guys you got your beautiful good vibes going on for each other. So I also want to say a big thank you to those leaving financial blessings. You are so kind. Thank you so much. And if anyone else would like to give a divine donation, no matter how small, or donate a deck of cards via my Amazon wish list, you can find those links in the description box below. And it would be so much appreciated, as it helps with my future readings. Now, guys, let's get started. We're going to be looking at these 4 cards here. There's 4 cards or readings to choose from. And what this is all about, will there be a reunion between you and your person? So will there be a reunion? Will you reunite with your loved one? You know, your beautiful soulmate or twin flame, whoever it is that you hold in your heart. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. This one is the Light Seer's Tarot for reading number 1. Reading number 2, I think it's called the Animal Tarot. And we've got reading number 3, which is the Good Tarot. And reading number 4 is the Crystal Visions Tarot. I'll give you a moment to focus on the cards. Okay, if you chose reading number 1, we're going to take a look and see if your person, you know, what's their current energy right now. I'm just going to put this incense out. What is their current energy right now, as well as what's going on, like in terms of them moving forward towards you in this connection? What's going on here? So first up, I've got the 7 of Swords reversed. I've got the Star reversed. The 8 of Cups, and we've got the Tower reversed. Okay. The Release Your Ex is reversed. The Sun card and Kindred Partnership. We've got Negative Thinking, Surrender Negative Thinking. We've got Anxiety, Heart Chakra, Angels protecting this connection. Nothing is yet set in stone, and we've got some messages as well here, guys. So let's have a look at what's going on with your person and this, just the energy around this relationship right now. Okay, so what I see here, this person might have been hiding things from you. They may have been sneaky in their behavior. And it could have been that they even tried to sneak out of the connection. You know, it might not have been like a, well, we've got the Tower here, which can represent a sudden disruption or sudden eruption in the connection. But it feels like this person left the connection. It wasn't a mutual agreement for someone to leave, you know, for this relationship to end. It wasn't mutual. Because the 7 of Swords usually represents deception. It's what's hiding behind the scenes. There can be secrets. But being reversed, I feel like this person's no longer wanting to hide these secrets. They may have felt that they've lost hope in coming back to you. They've lost hope that what they did, that you'll find forgiveness in your heart for them. It's almost like they've lost hope that there's this vision and wish to come together and be together. It's kind of like at the moment their energy is that they need to, and they feel they need to walk away. They've had to emotionally abandon this. They know they did wrong by you. You know, your world was turned upside down. You know, usually the Tower reversed means that this has happened already. So it's not like a future disruption. It means it's already occurred. And it was meant to happen though, I feel, because the way it was going was like an illusion. It was like they were living a lie. And it's because there's somebody they didn't release from their past. Maybe they still had feelings for them. Releasing your ex this time has come to clear your energy. So there was karmic patterns still holding them down, holding them back from jumping into this with you. But they definitely see, we've got the Sun card, which could represent a Leo. We've got the Sun card, the star is the Aquarius energy. But the Sun is very much a positive, beautiful energy. It's the masculine energy coming through. It's somebody who comes through with warmth. It's illumination. It's illuminating to them, and they know it. They feel it now in their heart that you are kindred souls. This is a kindred partnership. And there's happiness with you. They could live near the water. You could be overseas or away from each other right now physically. And for some of you, there was talk of travel, or you might have even gone away somewhere together, and they're reminiscing on this, I feel. I feel like a sadness in their heart that they know they chose wrong, or they made the wrong choice, or they didn't act quick enough, and maybe you walked away. Yeah, because it feels like to me something was found out. It was discovered, and it was something they might have been hiding. It doesn't have to necessarily be anything really bad. It could have just been that they just weren't forthcoming with you. They weren't revealing all of this love for you or telling you the truth, that they were still, afraid to commit, afraid to delve deep into their heart chakra and feelings for you because of this pain from the past. But I do feel like there is a negative attachment to this karmic that they still need to let go of, and that they've needed to heal from. And it just feels like there was, some of you may resonate that you felt like this person was wearing, like they had two faces. Like on one hand, they would show you the love and have, affection towards you and tell you they wanted a life with you. And then on the other hand, you felt like you were being deceived, that you weren't getting the full truth. They weren't being authentic with you. So when I see this, what they need to surrender is negative thinking. They have extreme anxiety around this connection, around even trying to come back to you, even trying to talk to you, even trying to approach you. They have extreme negative anxiety around this. So you have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. I feel like they feel that their ship has sailed, that they've lost this now with you. They feel like that you probably wouldn't take them back. Heart chakra, when you show yourself compassion, you are able to connect with others with an open heart. So at the moment, their heart chakra is closed off to this, only because they're afraid of being rejected. It's because it feels like to me they do want to revisit this, but they know that there was this interference, but they've lost hope at the same time, because it's really weird, because I feel like they were withdrawing from the connection, and yet you might have walked away because you could feel this. And I don't know what this is about. What am I hearing? I'm seeing a door and I'm hearing knock, knock. So what the hell does that mean, Spirit? What is that telling me? It tells me that they want to knock on your door. They want to come back and revisit this with you. They want to welcome, they want a warm welcome from you. Angels are protecting this connection, because I feel like there's some destructive behavior with this person. There might have been some destructive patterns. Could have been that they went back to the ex, or that there was just a toing and froing between what the hell they were going to do, and were they committing to you, or were they still holding on to energy from the past. It doesn't have to literally mean for some of you that they physically went back to the ex, but there was just a sneaking around, or a feeling of not coming forward and telling you they still had things to sort out. They might have made out that they were over this. But no doubt about it, they feel this warmth in their heart for you. And the 5 and the 1 in the tarot, 5 and 1 equals 6. And in the tarot, it's the Gemini energy for the lovers as well. So the lovers card comes up, or the lovers energy comes up in this. So they definitely feel this beautiful warmth in their heart for you. They know that you are their soulmate or their kindred partner. And I get a regret around this as well. But it says here, nothing is yet set in stone. Once again, we have the water. So it's the emotions are coming up for them around this connection. We've got the heart chakra, emotions. I think what's stopping them is their the anxiety and the negative thinking that you won't take them back, and they stay awake late at night too, thinking about you, I feel, and this connection and how things went down. And you might have closed the door. Maybe that's that door and the knock knock I'm hearing, is that you might have closed the door and now they want to come back knocking on that door. What do they want to say to you? Hang on, this is their shadow side. Don't leave me. Ooh, maybe you were the one who walked away. Don't leave me. I'm afraid to commit to you. So this is it too. This maybe the release your ex part of it as well, is that there was a commitment and pain. They're afraid to commit to you because it might bring up, they're afraid that the pattern might repeat that happened with the person who hurt them last. And I hear that they're sorry that they didn't tell you the truth, that they weren't upfront with you and they weren't transparent, that they do wish to have this with you. It's funny how we got the sun and the star together as well. It's that light, it's the guiding light, it's the illumination. And they're both stars, the sun is a star. So they think of you day and night. I wish you were here and I feel sad. So this person definitely wants to reunite with you. I just want to get a clarifier on this. The main message here is that if you want a reunion and you need to perhaps tell this person you forgive them. They're holding a big burden on their heart chakra right now. They're not letting themselves... there's a burden on their heart. Like they feel really sorry and they're not forgiving themselves until you do, kind of thing. It feels like you were really wounded by this connection and maybe you've just kind of said to them, like, I don't want anything to do with you. Yeah, you might have held back. You were holding on to this pain and what this person did to you. You've been holding on to it quite tightly. Not letting it go. You're not letting it go. So that's why there might be this block in this person coming back, but they do want to come back to you. And, hey, what do we got there? Can I see what's going on here? 7 of Cups. It's an illusion or there's fantasies going on here. But then again, they didn't make the right choice. That's what this is about. You're pissed because they didn't choose you. They chose to go a different direction and sneak around, and you're not letting go of that. But look, returning. This is reconciliation right here. It's a soulmate card. Emotional bliss and happiness, contentment. You can have this with this person. I think they've learned their lesson, to be honest. I really do. I think that they feel so sad for how it went down. They feel really horrible. They feel like it would take a lot to get you back or for you to come back to them. They feel like they've done their dash, basically. But it looks to me like if you want this, there can definitely be a reunion for sure. This is that happy marriage and emotional bliss. I feel like the ball's in your court. You're the one who needs to make the decision and take it how you need to, you know, your own healing as well, and put your boundaries up. And there's got to be a heart-to-heart conversation being done here, I feel. And this just fell out from the deck as I was picking it up just then, which is the Queen of Pentacles, standing strong in your power, having something that's of value, something that's really like that stable ground, something very strong to work towards between the two of you. Now there's a Taurus, I think it is, energy here for this one too. So it's interesting the different energies coming through. We've got Leo, we've got the Aquarius. It's interesting here. I just feel like you're both hurt right now. There has had to have been some time apart. Maybe you just completely closed this off and blocked this person, or really walked away, but you haven't really walked away. I feel like, if anything, it's really strange, actually. The feeling I'm getting is that even through this time apart and trying to let go and trying to get through the pain, the love is growing even stronger. It's so weird how I'm picking up on that. So it's weird how that's happening. But that's probably because it is such a strong spiritual soul connection going on here. There's lessons that had to be learned, and trust is to be built again. But it is definitely looking like a reunion's in store here. And it's probably once you've come into your own self-worth as well, your own value, and you're standing up for that as well. So, you know, you're not going to back down and put up with that nonsense again. It's almost like, if you come back to me, you've got to stand up and be strong and confront this with me and work with me and give me answers. So guys, that's your reading. If it has resonated, please comment below. If it hasn't, please choose another pile, and I look forward to connecting with you next time. Hi, reading number 2. Let's have a look at what's going on with your person, their current energy, what's happening. Are they going to come back to you? Is there going to be a reunion? Or will you go back to them, depending on what's the story for you guys? What's your story? What's your journey, etc.? We've got quite a few cards. So we've got the Magician, the Five of Autumn. Yeah, and we've got the King of Spring, the Ace of Spring, true love, healing, stuck energy, daughter romance, surrendering your fear of change. We've got quite a few cards. It's very interesting. I've just got to focus in on them first. Focus on the energy. So the first one we've got is the Magician, Unicorn. There is magic in the air. You can manifest everything you need to be successful. So the Five of Autumn, focusing upon the negative or worrying about money or your career can block your progress, because your trust and faith are at a low point right now. It's not the best time to start your own business or become self-employed. What I feel with this right here is this person felt, or someone has felt rejected. Someone's been pushed out of this connection. And it could have been a pride ego issue. This is the Leo energy. Inspiring, dramatic, ambitious, wise. Now's your moment to step up to a leadership role. Don't back away from the spotlight, as your plans will be successful as long as you stay focused upon the big picture. I think what happened was this person was too busy focusing on everything else, and it might have been an ego pride thing going on here. Maybe you were pushed aside and they were too busy off chasing their dreams and what they wanted for themselves and starting their own life, you know, looking at their own material self. Maybe they were wanting the attention of other people. It just looks to me like they were maybe very selfish in some ways, just focusing on themselves. But I do feel like they are a person, they are a go-getter, and they can really manifest things. They have this potential to really bring in a lot of abundance and success in their lives, and they go for what they want. And I feel like on the flip side, when I'm looking at the energy the other way as well, you know, they're looking at the, they're wanting to make this right, I feel, because there's a lot of passion in their soul and in their heart. And they want to have the courage, I feel, to start something new with you. This is what it looks like to me, is that it's like they're looking back and they're realizing their mistakes. Maybe they were too busy focused on getting the best in the world and being the best. And as I said, it was like, look at me, me, me. And it was almost like everything else was happening in their life, that you just felt like you were a shadow. You weren't really a priority perhaps in their life. And so I feel like now they want to come in and manifest this and start afresh with you. And it might have been that they had to go away and really build themselves up and learn some lessons. And maybe it took for you to be out of the picture for them to realize how much they've missed on being with you, and has given them a bigger picture, like a bigger perspective, a higher perspective now on what family really means, or what a soulmate connection really means. I mean, we do have the true love card here. This person knows that you're their true love. And I keep feeling that they feel sorry. Like there is this, and it could have been either, the other way around. You might have rejected them because of this too. But it's definitely a feeling that you were pushed aside because of them trying to chase their big dreams in life, and just caring about what they were able to get out of life, and maybe even out of other people. Like, it just feels like there might have been some very shallow stuff going on here. They weren't in touch with their emotions as much. It might have just been, as I said, chasing the dream. The white tiger here, Ace of Spring, shows a wonderful new opportunity presents itself. It may have come as a surprise, but you'll still want to leap into action and passionately pursue every possibility. What I feel with this is that this person might unexpectedly just call you or come into your life. They're very bold. They don't really have an issue with sitting back. I mean, there might be a bit of an arrogance to this person, that they're very assertive. They don't really, I don't feel like there's someone that's just going to really withdraw and cower away. It feels to me that they might have just got too caught up in a situation where they just didn't, they were oblivious to your feelings and what was going on at the time. And maybe you just had to let it go and walked away because you felt rejected by this person because of this. I still get that priority word, like maybe you didn't feel like you were a priority, and that they were too busy looking everywhere else and yeah, chasing stuff that just was going to serve them. But I feel like they've had some time to reflect. They've had to have some time to just stop, because they're just on the go, and they don't allow themselves to really sit and feel through their emotions. So I feel like there's been some kind of healing that's occurred here. And so that's what I'm saying, is that when you're not there, they've realized, holy crap, like I miss this person. I need them in my life. Where are they? And so some healing is taking place. But even within you, there's been healing that's needed to take place here. There's the King of Spring being the Leo too. It's a very playful, childish kind of energy. It's someone who's just wanting to focus on all the fun things in life as well. So they might not have really taken it that seriously as well at the time, even though they've got very strong feelings, I feel, for you. There's definitely strong feelings, deep feelings that just probably haven't really given enough time to really explore and bring to the forefront of everything. It feels like they've just allowed everything else to kind of take over. This could be Gemini, Virgo, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energies coming through as well. And we've got stuck energy here. So even though they feel this in this time of healing, there's a time of being stuck as well, and not being able to move forward and not being able to open up this door to romance. So number 33 is the master healer number 2. It's the person who is the humanitarian and thinks of others and gives and is generous and loving and healing. And I feel like this person may even be like this. They might wear their heart on their sleeve. They might be so generous and loving and too busy trying to help and save the world that it's like they've lost this connection or forgot to love and put attention into the connection as well. because I get a beautiful feeling with this person. I do see some arrogance there. But at the same time, they're just like a big kid. I feel like they just need to grow up a little bit in themselves and really tap into that emotion. And there is a sadness here, but they're always the optimist, trying to make everyone else feel happy and good. But at the same time can come across as selfish. So it's really interesting how that's coming in here. They do like to be looked at and admired. And so when you didn't do this, I think it gave them a bit of a wake-up call that they weren't expecting this. Because maybe they're used to people or partners in the past who've just been chasing them and trying to win their approval, and you might have just had enough of that and walked away. And they're like, oh, hang on a minute. And that's that ego. That's that pride thing coming through. But it's not just that. They do have deep feelings for you. But it might have taken this to happen for them to really tap into that and realize, because they're afraid of change. They like things their own way. And they want relationships and things to go their own way. They expect it to be a certain way because it's their pattern and all they've ever known. But this has been very different, this relationship. So surrender your fear of change. This is what they need to do. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always, whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death. Repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. And it's really interesting because I feel like for them, they're in control. They tend to go for what they want and they make changes in their life. But when it comes to love, it's just like it's a foreign subject. Like they just have no idea how to deal with the emotion and really deep stuff like that. So they don't know how to navigate through this connection. And that's why it's painful, I think, to you. Like they were just so oblivious. Chasing their dreams, manifesting everything, thinking that perhaps their way of, like their methods in everything else and how they've achieved that is going to work in this connection, and they were wrong. But, you know, this is coming in. Partnerships, fairness, balance could be a Libra as well that you're dealing with. Doesn't have to be, but this is just the balance coming in. Balance needs to be achieved in this connection. Because they need to release stuff. They need to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. So they need to, and it could be autumn, around autumn that something happened in this connection as well. We do have autumn coming up for the five of autumn right here. So it could be springtime or autumn that this was released around as well. There's so many ways to look at this. Could have been around September, October. Now, in the Southern Hemisphere, spring is in September, October, November. So it's just interesting how we're looking at this. Autumn, I'm not sure what it's like in the Northern Hemisphere. It could be around the same time. Yeah, and it says, I miss you. So this person misses you, they really do. And I think it's taken them a lot to realize, well, I've got to release an aspect of myself, a way I've been looking at something is not working in this connection. Am I willing to allow my pride, you know, am I willing to look past that and release what no longer serves me in this? Am I allowing myself to transform myself, or am I rigid in my ways? I do feel like this person is wanting to have this partnership with you and this fairness. I feel like they are a very fair person normally in life. They are very generous and giving, and they are very romantic. They wear their heart on their sleeve. They come in very strong. Yeah, but the energy is gaining momentum, which is looking really interesting. So I feel like this person does want to come forward. They are missing you. They might be just trying to work out, how do I approach this? Because we do see the healing and the stuck energy here as well. You could be feeling stuck. You might be not moving on, but not letting go. Holding on, but not moving on. What's their shadow side want to say to you? I may run only because these deep feelings are real and scare me. So they might have done a bit of a runner. I am lost and feel depressed without you. So we see that I miss you. And right now, affection is something I find hard to give and receive because Leo, the lion, not saying your person has to be a Leo, but this is what this is. They are very affectionate. When they're in a good place and they're purring like a lion, you know, they're very affectionate and family oriented and just loving and giving. This person might have really freaked out, and this is why they were chasing everything else and trying not to get in touch with this deep emotion. Now it's backfired in a way. So there is so much I wish I could take back. So they wish that they could really deal with this differently, or that they had have dealt with this differently. And they might not be really great with communication. It might be more that they give gifts. They might gift you with something, give flowers or attention in other ways rather than communication. And that might be their way of showing that they do admire you and that they love you and want to look after you. Through my lessons, I've become stronger and wiser. So they've learned some really strong lessons in this. That's what's going on. As I said, it's like you gave them a wake-up call. Can we see some other energy, please? What's going on here regarding reunion? Oh, gosh. Oh, we'll take those. It's quite a few. But anyway, wow, look at this. This is the security and the happy marriage. And once again, the home, the family home together, the security and abundance is right here. We've got the star, which is a wish coming true. Aquarius energy. That's interesting. We've got the Ace of Wands reversed, which is interesting because this is the Ace of Wands here. So I feel like the passion is there. They might just not be sure like how to do this. But we got the Ace of Pentacles, which shows that they do want this strong foundation with you. They want to offer you something of value, even if it's small right now, to build this strong foundation or to plant the seed towards this with you. Yeah, they want to move on into calmer waters with you. It's like they want to kind of like, let's forget the past, shall we? And just focus on this future together. So they might not really want to go there too deep with the deep and heavy conversations around this whole thing, but they do want to, and they do know they have to, face you and confront this, which it looks like they're not afraid to, but might get a little uncomfortable getting into the conversation or communication because once again, they're not really in tune with that. It's more about giving you things in a practical manner. Oh, yeah, King of Pentacles, the practical, reliable, responsible entrepreneur. I can't say that word. Entrepreneur? I can't even say it. But someone who's a very, like a businessman or businesswoman. They're really strong in their path and they're materialistic. They care about money and building an empire. And so this is what's going on. There's passion in their soul for you. They want to give you this security and this life that maybe he or she had promised you. So there is a wish coming true to build this again with you, to move into calmer waters, to move towards this stability. Yeah. And that's the Capricorn energy here too, and they persevere, and it's all about finances and responsibility. So this person wants to be, want to be responsible. Whereas in the past, they might not have been responsible with your feelings. So the Nine of Wands, perseverance, once again, wanting to push through that last obstacle, to get over that, to reach, you. They want to reach you. See, this person's very determined. They don't just let things slide. They like a challenge, but this is quite a challenge. But the Ten of Wands, that overburdened feeling, I feel like it's interesting to come after the Nine of Wands too, is that they'll go to no end to achieve this with you. I feel like there'll be nothing that will really be in their way. They're not going to allow things to get in the way of wanting to be with you. So I feel like they are quite strong. They can be very stubborn. They can be headstrong, you know, is what I'm getting here with them. So if they really want to be with you, they will be. They're going to push past the challenges, but once again, it might not be in a way you expect. You might want to sit down and really talk it through, whereas they might be wanting to just feel their way through it and show you through their passion and love, like show you their affection and love through material needs, material items here. So they might buy you something. You know, they seem to like want to win your approval by showering you with gifts, or that's how I see this person is. They might not know how to really apologize through words. Yeah, the communication might be quite immature here. They might be watching your social media right now, keeping an eye on things because they like to be in control and know what's going on. But once again, indecision. So I do feel like they want to come forward. They just don't know maybe when's the right timing. But once again, I do see they're going to move forward into this competition or whatever's going on around them. They will compete. Yeah, Two of Wands, getting on the same path as you. So it's challenging for them to get on this path with you because they might feel like you're not seeing eye to eye right now. But at the same time, I do feel like they're going to move and push past this inner conflict and dramas that are going on within them. They might even thrive on drama. And I know that sounds weird, but being the Wands, the King of Wands, they are a natural leader. They have that passion and fiery spirit. But, you know, any competition that's in their way, that's a challenge. Any dramas, you know, tends to fuel them, fuels their spark, fuels their fire. And that's probably what's going to allow them to... I think what's happening is... they're going to let their pride down, like their need to be right is going to, they're going to let that go. Because they're not winning. There's a no-win situation with you regarding that. So, you know, arguing with you is futile. Trying to prove that they're in the right is not working. So they know they have to show you that they want to be on the same page with you by giving up the fight, which is really interesting. So looks like there is definitely a reunion coming up, but because I don't think that they're going to just let it go. They need to, you know, let go of their fear of change, and it looks like they will. They want to come into peace with you. They want to be on the same page with you as you. So that's really cool. So you've really shown them in some way, like you've brought them down a level, you know. You kind of said, hang on a minute, come back down to ground. And face this with me. So I think that's really cool, you know. I feel like you guys can compromise and work things out. So if that's what you want to do, that can occur, guys. So if it resonates, let me know below. Or if it doesn't, please choose another pile, and I look forward to connecting with you next time. Hi guys, if you chose reading number 3, we're going to have a look at where your person sits in this regarding reunion. Let's have a look at what's going on here. Got a few cards here. Looks really watery emotions going on here. I've got some message cards here as well. Want to see the Two of Water, Five of Water, Ace of Air, and the Messenger of Water. Okay, so what we've got here is a Two of Water is a really beautiful energy. This is the soulmate card, falling in love. This is balance and harmony. So seeing these cards here, this person's really feeling quite emotional over you right now. There's a lot of sadness here and regret. I feel like in their heart space, they're really feeling quite fragile and vulnerable right now around this connection, around you. And they feel like they may have lost you, is a feeling I'm getting here. Clarity is coming to them. I feel like there's communication they want to come forward with. We see the Messenger of Water, which is the Knight of Cups. And what this means is that this person wants to come forward to you and tell you how they feel. They might come forward with an apology, Being regret, you know, it could definitely be an apology they want to come forward with, or they might want to actually share their feelings with you, because we do have the heart-to-heart conversations right here where they definitely want to come forward and speak with you. It says, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. They might actually want to share how much they love you. They might feel like they didn't tell you this and you know, really expand on this or explore this with you. They might have run away. They might have shut down. What am I getting here? Yeah, definite emotions, like feeling really sad, but also nervous. Like in my sacral chakra right now, which is all to do with water, it's feelings, it's emotions. It sits below the navel. It's an energy center, which is beautiful, bright orange, and talks about personal feelings. And this person, as I'm tuning in, my tummy right now, my stomach is flip-flopping. It's kind of like, I think what it is the anticipation and coming forward. Like they really want to move forward to you and speak with you. It's almost like there's nerves, you know, in their tummy. Like when they think about coming forward to you, they're freaking out, they're getting nervous. But at the same time, they feel this absolute love for you. Like they know in their heart and soul that you have a very strong religious or spiritual connection here. I see this card as the spiritual connection. Your love is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So it could be that they finally had the epiphany, and it's through a feeling, not just in the mind, but it's their feeling that, holy crap, this person's my soulmate. I love them. I can't let them go. I have to come back in. Tell them how sorry I am. Tell them that I have hope for this connection, because the 5 of water represents regret, but hope remains. There's a blessing in disguise as to why everything happened the way it did. Maybe it took this situation to occur for this person to finally realize, holy crap, you know, I really feel this so deeply. And it's interesting because the messenger of water is the Knight of Cups. They come in and they offer their cup of love to you. And it's not yet a king. You know, the kings are the emotionally mature, very generous, very sensitive. They've really mastered their emotions. But this person's coming in with at least an offering towards you to work on something. So they're very scared to do this. So weird, this feeling I'm getting in my stomach, like I almost feel like I'm breathless, like the thought of talking to you, like I'm talking as if from them. The thought of talking to you makes my throat close up, like I'm just so full of emotion and nervous. But I know I want to come forward because I want to have this miracle healing with you. I need to step out of my comfort zone to do this. I need to stop, you know, on this path that I've been on, running away. I have to surrender to my intuition and not allow my fears to take over. Tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings. It's interesting. Flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. This is what this is here, right here, the Ace of Air. The Sword of Truth, I call it. This would normally be the Ace of Swords. So the Sword of Truth is coming through. There's an epiphany, an aha moment that has come in for this person through their grief for you. This has come through and now they want to share. Oh my God, and when I'm still tuning into this, it's not leaving me, this feeling in my tummy. Like, it's just like I have to take a deep breath. Wow, it's just overwhelming, guys. This is what this feels like. It's so overwhelming and beautiful. But it's almost like they know they have to come in and share this with you. They have to get this off their chest. They're very devoted to you. 42, 5 and 6 equals the Lover's card in the tarot, which is the Gemini energy. And this is the Pisces, just so you know. But they recognize that they weren't devoted to you. They were perhaps devoted to other things in their life. And this took over, this connection. I feel like the regret, what is the regret for? Can I get a clarifier for this, please? What is the regret over? Why are they feeling regretful in this connection, please? Reading number 3. 5 of water. So they might have been off chasing their dreams. What's this passion? Yeah, they held back their passion for you. They retreated from you. They weren't fully exploring it or letting it out. They were holding back on. They were holding it back. They weren't jumping in with you. They didn't jump in. So, oh my God, this energy in my stomach's so full on, guys. I haven't had this with the other readings. This is just, wow, you know, crazy stuff. This is the, well, in this card, it's the Aries, but it can be seen as the Leo energy as well. But this person held back their feelings for you. They might have been too proud to come forward to you. They were hiding their feelings, retreating from you, holding back their passion. Yeah, not trusting themselves to jump in. So it's almost like they might feel that they've missed this with you, like they've missed their opportunity to be with you, that they might have taken too long coming forward, or they were just hiding it so well, and you knew exactly what this person was feeling towards you. You're not imagining things. You know this person has feelings for you. You know they're devoted to you, and that there's a very strong spiritual, emotional bond. Like, you can feel each other's love. It's so there, so strong. And the angels of the 4 directions are looking after this as well. Spirit are, you know, once again, such a spiritual connection from all angles. You know, extremely psychic connection between the two of you. And this person could even work as a healer or work in the spiritual field, or just be very open. They might be a natural empath. And that's why I feel like you guys, when you're together, you're both mirroring each other. You're both very much the same in your energy. And so that's quite overwhelming for this person, because it's like when you're together, your souls merge, and it's very new to them. I feel like this connection they've never had with anyone before. So all tied up, you know, this is so interesting, because I feel like they've tied themselves up. When I see this card, I feel like, and it's not to say that anything hasn't happened in their life that's kind of held them back from this, but I feel like it's more of their own fears trapped them. You know, I feel like they tied themselves up in this. They didn't need to. And I think they've come to realize this now. You know, they've had to tap into, once again, their crown chakra, spirit, connect with your higher self and trust in its divine wisdom. They've come to recognize that this is what they need to do, is follow their heart. Trust in that inner intuition here as well, their higher self, what they're getting, because they're feeling the pull towards you. They're feeling the pull towards you. It's like an epiphany of the heart chakra. Yeah, that miracle healing coming in. Because I feel like this person may have closed down from you. They might have shut off, tied themselves up, made excuses, backed off, and tried talking themselves out of it. But there's a mission here, guys. There's a reason you're meant to come in. I feel like there's healing you need to do together, and maybe even for the world. You need to come forward and join. And you might have even helped to heal each other in the beginning, and it's become really scared them off. And then we see that stepping out of your comfort zone is something that they really really are afraid to do. They're used to the familiar, even if it's not that great for them. But there's definitely some spiritual awakening that's occurring for them. What do they want to say from their shadow side? I have trust issues. So there's definitely been pain for them. They're very vulnerable. They might have been really hurt and stung by someone, because this person's coming through with a beautiful energy. They're very sensitive in some ways, but they can be very emotionally volatile and turbulent at the same time when things go wrong. So they might internalize a bit as well. And it says, I miss you most at night and need you with me. So they're really missing you. They're thinking of you at night, wishing that you were there with them. What do they want to say? Look inside yourself. Be the best you can be. They want you to look inside yourself at your true feelings as well. You might have really closed this person off, or it just was wrong timing. But they want to let you know to be the best you can be. Don't allow things to hold you back. They're trying to be the best they can be as well. And they are looking inside themselves now at their emotions, their true feelings. And wow, my heart aches to reconcile. Does this tell you there's going to be a reunion if you want this? Oh my God. Like, yes, there is. And there's miracle healing that's coming into this. So this is just beautiful. And they want to get off their chest. They want to share with you what their feelings are, which scares the hell out of them. But that's what they want. That's what they feel they need to do. They want to move into calmer waters with you. They know they need to transform and let go of the past and let go of the old. That's a Scorpio energy. We've got the Two of Cups reversed, which is so damn interesting, because this is the Two of Cups right here with the beautiful soulmate, true love, you know. This reversed. What's this telling me? Oh, well, what this tells me is that they feel that you might not, oh, now this is interesting. She's tied herself up here, look. All tied up. So you're mirroring each other. Maybe you've tied yourself up too and made excuses why you can't or won't let this person in. But they might be afraid that you won't want to hear them out. You won't want to. You might hold a grudge and not let go of the past. They might be afraid that you won't take them back. That you don't want to revisit this. Has too many on that one, but this one, yeah. Oh wow, Eight of Swords. Oh, this is so bizarre, guys. This is so the Eight of Swords, and so's the tied up. Like, Eight of Swords is where you have self-limiting beliefs and you trap yourself in. And this person is afraid that you might have these feelings on them. Oh, well, that's another thing I'm getting. They're scared that you might have freed yourself from this connection and that you're off moving on from them. That you've let go and that you're moving on from them. That's what I see here. That's amazing. So they do have a big fear of coming in and talking to you only to realize that you've moved on. That you've freed yourself. That you've fully let go. So it could have been some time between you know, that's occurred here. Four of Swords reversed. So once again, retreating. Someone who needs to go within and contemplate. And it looks to me like, once again, they feel or they fear that you haven't taken the time out to think about this connection, about what you really feel about them. This might be why they're saying, look inside yourself at the feelings you really do feel for me. It's interesting, isn't it? So, very interesting. And what I see here is that there's definitely a reunion. If you want this person's going to come in. And I feel like there's never a time frame on these things, unfortunately. But this is what I get, is that if you want this person is really wanting this with you. So the question is, will there be a reunion? Yes, if you want this, there definitely will be. So I hope this has resonated with you guys. Please comment below if it has, or choose another pile, and I look forward to connecting with you next time. Hi guys, if you chose reading number 4, we're going to see what's going on with your person and if there will be a reunion. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, you had quite a few come out. Now we've got the message cards here as well that I'll show you at the end. Yeah, it's quite a few. Hang on a moment. Just going to try and get them all in order. I'll just put these to the side for a moment. Now, let me just focus on what's going on here. Oh, we got the King and the Queen together here. We got the King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. And this is the Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I usually see the King as an Aquarius and the Queen of Pentacles as a Capricorn. Just want to, could be Taurus too. Doesn't matter. There's an earth sign and an air sign. And Taurus here for the Hierophant. So it could definitely be a Taurus energy here. But doesn't necessarily have to be set in stone, guys, regarding the star signs. They just come through. That's how I read it. So it's just the energy basically around the cards. But if you do resonate with those star signs, then it's definitely a sign for you as well. Let's have a look. So this person's definitely retreated from you and this connection, and maybe there was, you were working towards a commitment with each other. Looks like there's very strong, stable energy here where there's security. It was very, like, the truth was there. It looks like the person coming in was quite just and true with you. I don't really sense any kind of deception or anything like that here. But what I do feel is that this was perhaps moving towards a commitment and then they bailed or they retreated from you. Because the Hierophant is all about commitment. Can be marriage, can represent any type of tradition, can be very spiritual, a spiritual card. But to me, it's about commitment in this particular reading here and a lack of commitment here. Because the Queen of Pentacles is someone who's very strong and has worked her way up to get to where she is now. And this person, I feel, genuinely wanted this with you. They might have really even said this to you, being communication here. They might come through very practically, very practical energy, very logical, very rational, maybe non-emotional in some ways. But when it came to the crunch of it, pulled back. And I think it's because they were afraid of losing their independence. Because we do have the take back your power. And they might have felt in their own mind, it might not have been occurring in this way, but they might have felt that they were going to lose too much of their independence or control of their life, or even their money. Could be that as well. There might have been fears around giving up what they've worked hard towards. And that's not a reflection on you at all. This is just something that might be their own fears. Maybe it's been a long time for them to be in a committed relationship, and maybe the last time they were, someone took a lot of money from them. So there could be some trust issues with this, but I do feel very strongly this person has got strong feelings for you. I think that they're just afraid. And it says here, surrender stress. Maybe they're very stressed out about what to do because there are these feelings here, but they've also got a lot of a lot of anxiety around losing their own identity even. They might feel afraid of losing themselves too much in the connection with you. So they've had to take time out to really reflect and think about this and recover, because it could have been something, this could have been a long-term commitment between the two of you, like a long-term relationship, or if it was a short-term relationship, it feels like there was a lot invested in this in a short time, and then they freaked out. So there's stress here. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. So once again, we've got them in this state of being, state of mind, where they have to recover and take back their energy and take back their power here. As we see, they might have felt a bit burnt out by their own stress in this connection. They probably confused themselves. For someone who's so rational and logical and down to earth, the topic of the topic of commitment is leaves them lost for words. They don't know how to approach this, but yet they know you're their soulmate. They know this. They feel it. But there's might have been a bit of a past between the two of you. There's a past here. And, the 3 and the 7 equals the 10, which can be the end of the cycle. So it's like leaving the past behind and starting afresh. Are they ready to do this? That's what they're contemplating right now, I think, is that, well, they're taking a break. They need to get their head around this. What do they really want? Are they willing to commit to this? Do they really want this life? Do they really want this the way it is? Because it feels to me that they know that in order to be with you, it has to be a certain way. They've got to give you something that's solid and of value here, that's true. And they have to be fully transparent with you. But I do feel like there's integrity with this person. And there's loyalty here as well. And there's planning and action. So it looks to me like they're planning, they're sitting back in this space right here where they're contemplating and going within and maybe doing, it's kind of like that mindfulness. And they could be doing mindfulness. We have got the spiritual card right next to this, where they're trying to clear their energy in their mind through meditation or mindfulness, or just taking a step back from all distractions to ground their energy, to get clarity in this for them. So there is planning and action. They're planning to take action, because look at this. This is abundance right here. And the 11 can be the twin flame number. The 11 in tarot is the Justice card, which is legal stuff as well. So it's balance, fairness, equality. They want to share their abundance with you. Oh my God, I forgot this come out. So activate your chakras through deep meditation. They're really tuning into their sacral chakra. They're really trying to feel their way through this, because look at this. We've got air, right? Air and earth. We don't have any water. We don't have emotions in this. They're trying to really look at this logically and rationally, and trying to work it out in their mind rather than emotions. So it's like in this space, they're going to start feeling their way through this. Yeah, and that might be what they're starting to feel when they do go deep into this, is that they're starting to feel what the truth is. Yeah, because they're a person that will say it how it is. They don't beat around the bush. And there might have been some harsh truths coming through for both of you. And sometimes they might just say things matter of fact. It might not be very feeling and emotional or very sensitive. So it could have really left you feeling quite hurt in some ways in how they deliver their message. And I feel like they're now trying to take a step back, trying to understand how they are in relationships and how they have been in this with you, because they do feel it through this feelings, sacral chakra. They might be trying to write down a letter to you. They might be trying to sit down and write a letter. They're trying to work out what they want to say, I feel. This is what this planning is, trying to work out how to come forward and communicate with you in a way that's genuine and authentic. and real, you know, that they want to share their life with you, because that's what it feels like. This person does want to share their life with you. But this is so weird coming through. This person might not really believe in marriage. They might not really want to go down the path of marriage as such. They might just think a commitment is a commitment. Like, once again, as I said, they're very blunt and they just say it how it is. So for them, it might be, well, isn't it enough that I give you everything and that I'm here by your side? Why do we have to get married, you know? So it's kind of like that feeling of not wanting me to be really tied down through paperwork, you know? It's kind of like it's just paper to them. And that'll resonate with some of you. That's just a message separate for those of you who have come up with this, you know, up against this with this person. And it could just be that that kind of mentality is just because they're afraid of really moving into that with you. Because once again, they might feel like they've lost their freedom in some way if they do go and put it in writing. It's really strange. So, oh, this is so weird. I don't know why I'm getting this, but sometimes this happens in my readings, but not often, but it does. I'm getting the name Damien for some of you. That could be relevant, but it's definitely, I'm seeing the D, but I'm getting the word Damien, so I don't know what that means for some of you. Damien, and it could be an Aries as well. They're trying to be bold and impulsive and motivated to come to you. That's what they're doing. They're planning. So I feel like they have to take back their power. They have to reserve their energy. Right now they are reserved, and they have to gain the courage and be bold to take a step, take the lead towards you right now. So because they need to bring love into the situation. Aquarius energy here too, which is so damn interesting because I see the King of Swords as the Aquarian. So bring love into the situation, meaning they need to open their heart to this new emotion. You know, they need to, if they want to be with you, they've got to embrace this emotion within them. Might feel a bit foreign to them, you know, to really tap into that and express it. But that's what's going on here, is that you might be the one that's stuck in the past. But I can see a stubbornness with this person too. So it could be that you're at loggerheads with one another. That things can't shift because it has to be a certain way. And it could be that you're feeling this, that if it's going to work, you need it to be this way because of your beliefs. And it might be that they're saying the same thing on their terms. You know, it's got to be on their terms to be with you. But I feel like they are trying to get their head around how to come to you and how to work with you. But at the same time, they're not feeling it as yet. It's something they're still trying to tap into. And will start to find and stir, those feelings will stir within them once they do go deep within their meditation. Go within to find the answers. But it's very foreign to them to really get in touch with those emotions and to express them. And it's not to say they don't feel them, but I think that there's so much in their mind and they're very practical and they get on with things and they build their life and they're in the material world and things just are. Like I hear this person's motto is, it is what it is. You know, that's the kind of mentality they have. What's their shadow side want to say to you? I am racked with guilt. Oh my goodness, this is maybe why they're trying to push away any feeling, because they don't want to come into this energy of guilt. Now, do you know the sacral chakra is all about personal feelings? And this is where, when the sacral chakra is blocked, this is where guilt resides in. So when there's guilt, it's to do with the sacral chakra, and that's so damn interesting because this person is maybe in a place of trying to heal right now as well. It's not to say this hasn't affected them in any way, because I feel like it has. But they're trying to be strong, trying to be rational and logical. And what they got to do, the key here is to get into their emotions and work through those. So they're racked with guilt. What else? I don't want you to see me. I don't want you to see me because I feel ashamed. Yeah, they're ashamed. They're what is it? They're I'm trying to see what I'm getting there. They feel ashamed and don't want you to see them. They feel like they've let you down, they've let themselves down. They want to be strong and have you admire them and, you know, seek your approval. They want to be kind of like the knight in shining armor, you know, they want to come in and show you that they've got things sorted and they've got their life sorted out and that they are well-rounded and capable. So the fact that there's a block in the connection here makes them feel like they're not good enough, like that they aren't where they need to be, even though they're a king or a queen right here. It shows that they are exactly where they need to be, but they've got to tap into these emotions. They've got the power and they're grounded to do this. There is wisdom to this person. And they can build things if they want to build them. They can build upon them. They can create anything they really want to for the long term. It does show they can be very committed to goals. But when it comes to love, oh my God, like it's such a strange concept for them to commit a certain way. And it's interesting because Aquarians don't think, you know, it's not very conventional thinking. They think outside the box and they're very unique in that way, and they don't like rigid this social construct, right, of religions and things like that. They don't like that stuff. That's probably why this person might be trying to fight against this stuff. They're against it, but at the same time want it. So they're so confused because they do want this with you and they are feeling the soulmate connection, but they're like, what do I do with this, you know? So that's why they're trying to come forward to you and planning a way to come forward to you. And this is what's stressing them out, I feel, is that they don't have the answers and they're not realizing that it's not coming to their mind. It's got to come to their emotions. It's got to come to feeling. They've got to feel it to know what to do. It's that emotional wisdom, emotional knowledge coming through. Because they're a person that likes to really be in their mind and logically process things and work it out and turn it into something that they can manifest into the physical, you know, from their mind. But the feelings is something that they've got to tap into here. They've got to tap into that passion for you. That's what's got to happen. So we've been meeting in dreams. This is something they're aware of. When you hear our song, Know That I Am With You, so you might share a very special song with them. Mistakes are the soul's lessons. Sorry, my flash is gone. Mistakes are the soul's lessons, so they know that they're learning from these things here, and be kind to yourself. They're telling you to be kind to yourself because at the moment they know they can't, you know, give you this kindness from themselves right now. They're not in an affectionate position right now. And I do feel deep down they want to. It's funny, you know, because I feel like there is this wanting to join in marriage, but at the same time they push it away because they don't want to believe it. And maybe they had their parents divorce and it was ugly. You know, it could have been something in their life that's happened that they're just like, never again. Or it could have been that they were married in the past and it's just like they just don't know how to get their head around this to be with you, but they kind of feel like they have to. In order to be with you, they feel like they're kind of backed in a corner, that they have to do it this way with you. Can we see some reunion cards, please? Will you guys reunite? They do want to come forward and offer you something small at the moment. They know that this is not a successful union with you right now. They know that they need to offer you more than just crumbs, that's for sure. The Hierophant reversed again, guys. Oh, my God. Justice reversed. They don't want a marriage. I'm telling you, they don't want this. They don't want the marriage. I feel like they want to come forward and share with you. They do love you, but I feel like they're really scared to be in a committed relationship with you. And it's very new for them, this feeling. So, yes, there's a spiritual feeling here with you. a spiritual bond. They're aware of this, but at the same time, they can only offer you a small gesture of love right here because they're just not in tune with their feelings. Like, I'm talking about deeper feelings here. They're just not in tune. They're not tapping into it. And that might be why you're at loggerheads, because you can feel on a deeper level this soulmate connection, and they're very solid in their life, and it's real, you know it's real. Oh God. But this is why they're planning, like they're trying to plan to come forward to you and let you know that they do have these feelings for you, but they haven't got it yet. It's no epiphany coming through. They've got to get that through their feelings. The Chariot, Cancer energy. Got Libra and Taurus again. But once again, the Nine of Pentacles reversed. They've got to work on themselves. The Eight of Cups reversed. Judgment card. They're not letting go of you, but I can't see. They're not going to come forward to you unless they know that either you are going to back off on this whole wanting a commitment thing and just see where things go, because they feel like they're committed to you already. That's what I see, is that they're not going to come forward into a reunion. That I don't feel like you'd have a marriage with this person. They're not open to this. Queen of Wands. There's some ego stuff going on here. They do want to break through with you, but they don't want to fight with you. They just want it to go easy, but it's kind of like on their terms as well in some ways here. So they might be holding on to the past, or you might be holding on to the past. You both don't want to walk away from it, but at the same time, this person needs to work on themselves as well. Manifesting, the Magician. Yeah, Six of Cups reversed, guys, is the reunion. It's a soulmate card, and it's reversed. And I feel like they don't know how to. They don't know how to bring it about for this to reunite. They're stuck right now. Virgo energy. Knight of Pentacles is someone who moves forward towards you methodically and slowly, but they have something of value to give you, and they want it for the long term. And this person is stuck. They're not coming forward with this commitment to you. So they're very stubborn. They feel like because they don't really understand all the emotional stuff, they're not really tapped into that real falling in love with you. They're not allowing themselves to open it up, because I do believe if they tapped into it and they opened that gateway, it would just flood to you. But they're scared of being not in control of their emotions. The Eight of Wands reversed. So yeah, not coming fast towards you here. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles is working hard on something, and they might be too busy with other things in their life right now, working hard on their business or just could be a house they're building. You know, it's something about stability for themselves they're working on. But it's weird, you know, I do see that they want to share this abundance with you. They're stressing out because they do feel this connection with you, but it's got to be on their terms. And I mean, it's not necessarily a real bad thing. Everybody has their own wishes and desires and beliefs about relationships, and this person just isn't matching. Their beliefs and values aren't matching with yours. Yeah, I mean, Nine of Wands, like, for them it's just come in with a quick message. It's very there's 2 pages here, so it's very young energy. Like, it's almost like an immaturity in this connection with this person when it comes to their feelings and what they can offer you. As you know, Nine of Wands represents maybe giving up, walking away. The Nine of Cups, wishes and dreams. They're walking away. They're giving up on this. They're giving up on this and coming into this inspiration and jumping in, trusting in, and trusting in the process, jumping in. But I feel like they feel foolish because they know that they haven't fanned the flames to this passion within that they have for you. They know it could be a lot more, but they're just being stubborn. See, they've trapped themselves in. They don't see a way out. They don't see a way out other than what they know and believe. They can't see your perception, like that, your perspective, I should say. They can't see it for whatever reason. So at this time, it doesn't look like there's going to be a reunion. As much as this person has these feelings for you, They're quite, too logical, too stuck in their ways, maybe too stubborn. Trying to tap in. I do feel like these feelings will stir for them, but they just don't have the know-how as to how to come forward to you and, work with you. They need to bring love into the situation. They need to really embrace this. Because once they do, I feel like their trust in the connection and in you can occur. But it looks like, they're quite stuck in their own ways. And, it just looks like they're not budging. They're not moving forward into this beautiful, what they could have with you as this beautiful life, And I feel like you don't want to wait around for this. You don't want to wait around for this person, if they can't commit to you. And you might be confused because you can feel all this love deep within them, but they're not acting on it. So it's just letting you know that, yes, the feelings are real, but there's no reunion, it looks like, at this stage. Okay, guys? So I'm sorry for that, for that news, I should say, because I never like to give readings that have this kind of outcome. But I have to say it how it is. I don't sugarcoat anything, guys. So if this has resonated, please comment below. And if not, please choose another pile. And I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and blessings.